Hello and welcome back. My name is Mark Hong. I'm the founder of markhong.com. In this video, let's talk about pre-production inspection. So what is pre-production inspection? Okay, this is this is the first step that you will do after you have evaluated a supplier. You have conducted an audit, right? And you have decided that you want to work with a supplier. So this is done something before mass production, okay? And this is where you want to make sure the supplier understands your requirements and specification so they can start the production and do things correctly. Now, things that you want to check during this this inspection process is to check on the raw materials, components, right, personnel, okay, processes that they have, okay, the schedules, and make sure that the supplier or your factory will comply to the requirements. Okay, so you might have negotiated and you have spoke and you have signed the contract. Everything sounds good. Okay, now with pre-inspection, you want to make sure that they understand you. Okay, and they have the system and process in place before you go into production. Okay, now when do you perform pre-inspection? It is kind of a balance between your cost, okay, of doing it, because for most of smaller businesses, it's a little bit, they have tighter budgets and they might not perform a pre-production inspection. And it is completely up to you, okay? But say for instance, if you are doing something, say, like I mentioned, a black box manufacturing where you have multiple suppliers going into one single final assembly supplier, and this is where you want to make sure that everything that goes to the final supplier is checked, right? Everything is up to standard, or you can simply have your final supplier do the pre-inspection for you, okay? Before they put your raw material, your different stuff that came from other supplier, before they make that into their inventory and before they start the production process. Okay, so it's completely up to you. Okay, but at some point when you can afford to do a pre-inspection process and that you are doing a black box manufacturing or OEM, okay, so you want to do it on your own, okay, so you can control the quality of every single supplier. It is usually done mostly by OEM projects. OEM means original equipment manufacturing, okay, so you provide all the raw material, all the equipment, everything else that needs to happen, okay, and products with more complicated production process, like you have multiple pieces, right, coming from different places, or even if you are doing some type of bundling, right, and you are taking different products coming from different suppliers, and you want to make sure that before it goes in and gets assembled, each one of the products are checked. Okay, so like I mentioned, raw materials, okay, components, or packaging, etc., etc., etc. Okay, even if you are not hiring a third party and you want to implement this process with your final assembling manufacturer, you want to make sure that they do this pre-inspection process before they put your product into assembly. Okay, and now this is rarely done by small businesses, but if you are doing any type of bundling, make sure that you do that. If you can hire your own, make sure that you have your supplier understand the process and that they will do this for you before receiving inventory. Okay, so that's it, and I will see you on the next video.